And that's where the face came from. But for like 7 to 8 takes, Ewan would come up and be like, so I have a really good photo of me and Ewan, and like we're like hugging each other, actually on the go-karts. And I asked him if he could sign the picture for me, so he did. But there was this guy on a bicycle riding by behind us, and he was kind of like this. So he did these little fart like things coming out the back of him as he's riding his bike. I still have the picture, it's amazing. Hayden Christensen was awesome. Hayden Christensen, he was kind of weird. I didn't see him the whole entire time until Geonosis, until they were in the arena. After that scene, he says to me, "Hey kid, come over to my room, I have a gift for you." I'm like, is this stranger danger? Yeah. Technically, is he a stranger, or am I allowed to go hang out in his room? So, I go to his room, he opens the door and says, "Hey kid, how you doing? Come on in." He goes, "I just got given this Dreamcast. I have an old PlayStation 1 with 16 games. Do you want it?" I go, "Whoa!" I just got given a PlayStation. I'm like, "Yes!" I was like, "I'll take it. Thank you very much." So he's like, "Hey kid, let's play Dreamcast." It was before Dreamcast even came out. Star Wars celebrities, especially Anakin Skywalker, you get the Dreamcast before everyone. So I'm down to learn how to play this Dreamcast, but I realized that the voltage power was different and he didn't have the adapter. He only had the plugs that matched. So I'm like, "Hey buddy, I don't think you should play that because I think it's gonna blow up." No, it's fine. I just got it, it's brand new. Plugs it in, pushes the button, and goes, starts smoking. The power in Australia was so powerful it blew the Dreamcast up. Well, the Dreamcast started smoking. Well, that day, because he met me and he wanted to give me a gift, he lost his PlayStation 1 and 16 games. He lost his Dreamcast, and he also lost like a couple $100 because it cost a fortune for the fire department to come in and on a set. So it's just, I don't know how I got involved in all these funny stories. You know what I mean? But it's just my life. I seem to be in all those stories. Natalie Portman, she was gorgeous. I remember the first time I saw her was in the white outfit. I'm like, I think it was the first time I ever had a crush in my life. 13 years old, I realized what a crush was. But so I got to have such amazing experience because I was so young. Everyone embraced me, and I got to enjoy the experience like I probably would not if I was my age now, 30. But the Clone Wars was awesome too. The Clone Wars was an amazing opportunity to be able to do something that I never really explored. Doing voiceovers is so hard. As you guys see, I can't stay still, right? I like move here, do this, do that. I'm always moving because that's how I express myself. I've always expressed myself through movement. But to be able to hold yourself and control all that movement and be able to put that into a voice where someone will believe that you're really that person in that time, in that place, it's so much harder than actually being a physical body and be like, "Hey, watch out." Now you're like, "Hey, watch out." It's so much harder because every time you move, you're losing power or you're losing that character. You get what I'm saying? So I actually had a lot of the guys from the Clone Wars help me out. It was an amazing time doing it because we actually did so many more episodes that hadn't been released, and they still haven't been released. So it was kind of sad for me because when I read them and I recorded them, it was like they had filled in all that story that I and all the rest of the fans had wanted to know. Why and where did Boba Fett really come from after his father died? Where did he go? How did he become who he is? Why did he become who he is? And how did he get to where he was? Do we have any questions? I'll just keep talking, yeah.
I wanted to know, throughout your experience on the set of Attack of the Clones, the actors, Lucas, how can you express your feelings for being on a magical ride of your life? Such as this universe, Star Wars has always been a treasure for me. And then when I saw Attack of the Clones, I was like, oh my God, I'm in love again. Star Wars has always been everything for me. And for you, for Boba Fett, huge inspiration in my life. I love Boba Fett. And I wanted to know, what is your experience? How did you see it? you playing Boba Fett and being with all the actors in Lucas?
See, like I said earlier, I had never seen Star Wars. I had never even heard of Star Wars. I had no clue about the universe or the characters. When I had told I was going to be playing Boba Fett, I asked what kind of Jedi he was, because I'd actually seen episode 1. The way that I auditioned was, when I went to audition for the film, right? They asked me, I didn't have a script because they didn't tell me I was even auditioning for Boba Fett until I got the role. They just wanted to audition kids, just to audition you. They didn't tell you you're going to be playing this character or that character. They just said, hey, send a couple kids in, we want to meet them and we want to figure it out. That's it. So I basically just talked about my experience in life, who I am, and they asked me if I had any special talents. Well, I made up a lie and I said that I know how to do the double-handed lightsaber like Ray Park. So I said, hey, because in my country it's called the Tayaha. It's actually a Maori, which is the indigenous people of my country. It's our old weapon. It's a weapon of war. And it's actually a big stick that's carved and it looks like the double-handed lightsaber, but just one big stick. So I lied and I told them that I knew how to do this Tayaha, right? So I knew that they didn't have a stick in the room because it was a 5-star hotel. I mean, you know, they're not going to be brooming up their own room. So I said, hey, do you have a stick? I'll show you how to do it right now. This is the first time I ever had an acting experience in Star Wars. They said to me, we don't have a stick, but this is Star Wars. Just pretend like you have one in your hand. Right? So here I am running around this hotel room like the kid off the Star Wars kid? He's like, that was my audition. I don't know how, but I think the Star Wars kid was copying me, mocking me, and then he became more famous than I technically did after even being in the movie, but that was my audition tape. But, you know, it's a wonderful ride. My whole family gets to enjoying this. You know, being the fact that I am one of 6, I can now take care of my family. I've always been able to take care of my family thanks to Star Wars. We've all traveled quite, around the world. I've been able to take them to some amazing experiences. So it's been it's still a ride that's still given. I mean, I never expected to ever be in a movie like Star Wars, and I never expected to be given the blessings that I continue to keep getting given.
Yes, I have a question here. It's kind of, some people may say it's not really important, but it's just been bothering me a lot. Why did young Boba switch from black hair to brown hair in Clone Wars? Because seriously, that's like a big change. And am I the only one? Am I the only one who's noticed that change?
Oh man, I'm gonna have to go look at it.